talk about your thin bones. Your Z-score and T-score are very low. The T-score rates you against people that are young, healthy normals, and you were minus 3.9. And that's not just a little osteoporosis, but it's a lot. So contrary to what most doctors say, calcium is not the mineral of choice. In fact, we feel that it may even cause osteoporosis. There's at least 4 studies that show vitamin D and calcium, or calcium alone, or the big nurses' health study, 23,000 nurses for almost 30 years. Those nurses who had the most calcium intake, this was Harvard Public School of Health, Diane Frankenstein, had the most fractures. So calcium is not the answer.
Are you talking about calcium supplements? The ones
calcium supplements.
Okay.
But the mineral of choice, and the second most common mineral in the bone, is magnesium. Calcium turns off the parathyroid. It works in conjunction with the parathyroid and makes the parathyroid a little more active and takes the calcium out of your bone. So magnesium, and the magnesium that we tell people to get is magnesium chelate. That is, the first part is magnesium, but the second part is an organic radical, such as picolinate, such as citrate, such as arginate, but not magnesium oxide or magnesium chloride that's not absorbed as well. There's a product called CALM, C-A-L-M, and 3 teaspoons a day would be my recommendation for magnesium. Now the side effect, if you take too much, is that it can cause diarrhea, and if you have some of that, you back down. Magnesium. The next mineral is strontium. Strontium, and there's many places you can get that, and one of these years it will be out as a prescriptive drug, costing much more than it does as a mineral supplement. Life Extension makes a very good strontium. 750 milligram size, you take 1-3 times a day, and we'll give you literature to that. If I had to pick other chemicals that would be beneficial, it would be boron. 2 to 3 milligrams of boron will help keep the minerals in the bone. If we're talking about, and then there's one other, just to write it down for the sake of completeness, zinc, but no need to do that now. Let's see what you do with this. I've had people on this regime, plus the vitamins I'm going to tell you, within 4 months go from osteoporosis back close to normal. And it takes 4 years, and it never gets that way with drugs like Beniva, Prolio, etc. The vitamins. Vitamin D, and we are doing your vitamin D level. You may have had yours done already, have you? Your vitamin D level? Do you remember what it was?
No, I didn't.
I like to have a vitamin D level of at least 80, if not 100. You don't get toxic until it's way over that. So I would tell you to take 30,000 units of vitamin D a day. Go to Sam's. For $8.50, you can get 400 of them and take 3 all at once. The other vitamin, which is as important, if not even more important, as Dr. David knows, is vitamin K. And the vitamin K that we recommend, again, is from Life Extension. It is vitamin K1, which is 1,000 micrograms, vitamin K2, which is 1,000, and a subunit of that that's long-lasting in the bone called MK7, and 100 micrograms. This is all in this one pill once a day, very inexpensive. That's the vitamin K. The last vitamin, which is good not just for the bones, but for many things, is vitamin C, but you need it to help strong bones, and I'd recommend 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams. You get the 1,000 milligram size, you get a powder, and take that. I also know that folks that consume pop that contains phosphate washes out the bones, so you don't do things like that. Exercise is good for the bones. So this is my spiel on osteoporosis.
Thanks.
Right.